very, very easy though. That's a one-footed kick turn. Bob's been involved in the sport since the very start of it, making number plates on tour with the Schwinn factory team, and he's got more involved as the years go on and now runs his own product company, which, as you can see by his apparel, make gear, bicycles, number plates, helmet visors, and the rest of the racing apparel. There we just have another simple kick turn on the quarter pipe there, and that's a rollback fakie. Just a little 180 there on the ramp. Bob's still getting warmed up at the moment, and he'll be doing some more interesting freestyle tricks in a minute. Okay, looks like he's going to do an aerial now. Yep, he does an aerial out to the top of the quarter pipe. I see the few people behind the ramp are holding it just so that Bob doesn't slide at all when he goes up the ramp for the pressure he puts on there. There's a one-footed front wheel slide, nicely done, as you can see everybody cheering in the background. Bob, I would think, would be quite nervous now because it was only his second trip to England, and obviously he's out to impress the English people with his demonstration, so quite a bit of pressure on him. A simple coaster wheelie there, and moves into some hotbacks. Bob's using a coaster brake, which is a pedal back brake, which he finds very, very useful in his freestyle routine, because if you note when he rolls back, which you'll probably see in a minute, he doesn't have to pedal back with the bike. He can just leave his pedals set where they are. This is a drop in and a front wheel wheelie. Even the best riders do have their little accidents, and if you note, Bob is, you know, like you can see, one of the best riders in the world, but he still does wear all the protective clothing like the helmet and the elbow pads and the race pads, just in case he does have a little mishap. Bob might have lost a little bit of his composure now, I don't really know, but that may have unnerved him a little bit. Just take him a bit of time to get back into it again. Nope, he's back on form with a one-handed one-footer there on the trick ramp. And another one-footer there on the quarter pipe. Just a 180 fakie rock walk. Yeah, Bob, I think, may have lost a little bit of his composure from that little accident. I think the pressure's on him at the moment with all the people watching him. If you watch carefully though when he rides, Bob's very, very relaxed in his riding, which enables him to be part of his bike when he's riding around. If you're tense and all worked up, what happens is the bike will go one way and your body, being all stiff, will make the bike want to go the other way, and you end up wiping out or having a bit of an accident. So one of the main things to do when you're riding a BMX bike is to be very, very relaxed and try and let the bike do what it wants to do and follow it when it's going around, as opposed to fighting it. There, the coaster brake comes into action as he free wheels and didn't have to pedal backwards there. This is a rather long demonstration. Bob gets kind of tired from some tricks, so he'll do a few really, really hard tricks, then settle off with a couple of easy ones to get his strength back, and then have another go. There's a front wheel holder on the top of the trick ramp. Going out the back of the freestyle arena so he can get a good run up for the quarter pipe ramp. As he comes in ready for another aerial, which he does quite nicely. The one-footed X up there, crossing his hands completely over and turning the handlebars round 180 degrees. And another front wheel slider there with his foot on the saddle, which isn't the easiest of things to do. Ramp 360 there. Maybe Bob was trying for a 540, didn't make it, and I think he just ended up putting his front wheel on the top of that ramp and got out of it quite nicely, actually. He's running out of space here, I think, by the looks of things. Yeah, he is running out of space. Not really the biggest of areas to do the demonstration in, but Bob's making very, very good use of the area that he has got. As you can see, we'll run out the back of it. Perhaps he'll get it right this time. Yeah, got it in just in time. Obviously the crowd appreciating what they're seeing. Simple rock walk into a fakie with a pedal down 360 at the end of it. Nice aerial from a different angle than we've seen before. You can actually see how high Bob does get out at the top of the ramp. There's 3 or 4 feet there, and another front wheel wheelie. Not the easiest of things to do. Quite a simple way to lose your front teeth, actually, if you're not that good at it. But obviously Bob spent hours of practice doing freestyle, and he's very experienced at what he does. A 360 there. One-footed kick turn on the quarter pipe. And a one-footed one-hander on the trick ramp. Nice one-handed slider there on the back wheel. And trying to attempt a 540 on the ramp there, but not really into it. I should imagine Bob's getting very, very tired now. The pressure's been on him for a long time, and he's been riding for a long time as well. So he does it again there. It's very, very important that when you're doing demonstrations or when you're riding your bike all the time is to concentrate all the time on what you're doing. Because if for a minute you let your concentration lapse, like Bob did at the one before, you can make a mistake and not do the trick successfully. Second time you concentrated fully and pull the trick off.
At the end of the day, there was a shock waiting for Andy Ruffell wearing number 1, and in the main, he lost to Tony Slater, who took the top prize in the 16 years age group. Even the best can lose, or through the eyes of Tony Slater, perhaps the best won.
And Tony Slater's going to win the 16s from Andy Ruffell. And it all like Keith Wilson for 3rd place. Very, very good racing indeed.
No one now believes that BMX racing is a craze like skateboarding certainly was. In the United States, it's already over 10 years old. In Britain, 1 million bikes have been sold in 4 years, and waiting in the wings are undiscovered champions who will one day perhaps be every